What's up YouTube, to Shapey Panther, back on the video, and today's video is actually, this is it, my final GT review. Again, I'm not doing the whole Heroes Legacy and all that. I'm not going to do that, because it's like, I already forgot a lot about that crap too. So we're going to do the Shadow Dragon. This is the last one I'm doing these Dragon Ball GT videos, and I'm done. I ain't going to do another one of them ever again, to be honest with you, right? So this is my review on why I thought the Shadow Dragon was. I thought the Shadow Dragon was pretty good. I was like, I'll say fire. I thought it was pretty good. I was like, why I thought it was good enough. You know what I mean? Like, why was the Shadow Dragon art pretty good? So we're about to review it. We're about to go into it, and let's just jump into it right now. So pretty much what happens is that I kind of did what, like the other video I did with the Super 17 video. What happens is that, they try to get the 7 Dragon Balls or Shadow Dragons, and of course you have this evil other dragon, and then, he smokes a cigar, and says, make our wish, and he's like, no, I ain't doing whatever. And then of course he's evil, he separates, and all the other shadow dragons go across the planet and whatever it is, and they're like, where's the dragon, where's Shenron? And then of course, the Supreme Kai, the Elder Old Kai, talked about how, didn't I tell you that if you ever use the Dragon Balls, it will cause all these problems? He says the problem is that now you've created negative energy. And I'm like, what the hell is negative energy? Even when I was a kid, I was like, what the hell is negative energy? It's like, now that you created the Shadow Dragons, now you have to gather them all back. He says this is the price of you doing it, because if you don't get all the dragons or destroy the shadow dragons, they will pretty much blow up the planet, and not even just planet, they'll just blow up the universe, and their energy goes to other planets and blows up that universe and that universe and that universe and that universe, and it's stupid as hell. And so pretty much Goku has to go and fight and kill all the 7 dragons before they pretty much have their negative energy blow up the freaking world. And of course, Goku and Pam, they come together. They pretty much beat majority of the 7 dragons. Then it's the last one. We had Shenron. What was it Shenron? I forgot the one with the 4-star, whatever. He gets killed, blah blah blah, and all this other stuff, whatever. We're gonna skip through all that and just go straight into Omega Shenron, whatever, right? Then we have Shenron. He's like the number 1 dragon. I thought the concept of the Shadow Dragons were cool of Omega Shenron, but his execution is pretty bad. And of course, Goku's fighting Super Saiyan 4. He's blind because that last dragon he fought, whatever it is, he like destroyed his eyesight. Then of course, he fights Shenron, blah blah blah. Then Shenron absorbs all the remaining, all the remaining Dragon Balls, and becomes Omega Shenron. So he has the power of all the 7. What is it, the 7 or the 6 dragons? I can't remember, man. But anyway, he fights them, blah blah blah, bang. There's like, like bang 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 bang. They fight. Then eventually, Pam, Gohan, Trunks, and Gohan, they give their energy to Goku so he can become Super Saiyan 4 again, and get a little stronger. And they still couldn't be Omega Shenron. Then he loses, get his ass whooped, blah blah blah, bang 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 bang, pow 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 pow. Then the Vegeta comes in there, and eventually, he and Bulma does the Bloats waves to transform. To transform the Super Saiyan 4. Then he turns into the monkey and starts bang bang bang, right, acting all stupid. And of course he remembers who he is, and he transforms Super Saiyan 4. And then Goku transforms Super Saiyan 4, and Vegeta turns Super Saiyan 4, and then they fight Omega Shenron, and then bang 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 pow. They're about to fight, bang bang bang, and it's just like, okay, let's go back and fight. And he's like, no, we're going to do fusion. It's like, what? We're going to do fusion? He says, there's no way, even with our combined our power fighting together, we can't beat him. And Goku's like, no, we can do it. He's like, no, we got to do fusion. And of course, they do fusion. Then they messed up a bunch of... No, they actually don't mess up. You feel me? Well, they were about to mess up. So pretty much, when Omega Shenron was like, what are y'all talking about? Blah, blah. And of course, Trunks and everybody, they pretty much hold Omega Shenron back, because the problem is that they were doing their technique. The problem is Omega Shenron didn't really know what they were doing, so he kind of took it for granted. And of course, the remaining Z fighters, they hold him back. Then Gogeta comes in there, transforms into Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I still think Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta still looks cool and badass despite all that stuff. Then of course he was screwing around, mucking around, doing all the BS, blah blah. He could have just ended Omega Shenron in like less than 5 minutes, and instead eventually does his Big Bang Kamehameha. Then he pretty much destroys a lot of his energy, and of course, you know, he tries to do another Big Bang Kamehameha, then he split, and the problem is that their power is so powerful is that it shortens the timeline of their fusion, and of course they're saying like, oh well, why didn't you tell me that before? He said, that's not me, it's just how we act when we fuse, and Vegeta and Goku argue, and of course Omega Shenron's like, you dumbasses, you should have freaking ended me when you had the chance, and now it's gonna cost you, you had one golden opportunity to beat me, and you got screwed up, and of course Omega Shenron's just beating the crap out of Vegeta, Goku, boom, 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 it's pretty much bang, 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 bow, 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 and of course, you know, Trunks and all will realize that Goku has been fighting way longer than, Vegeta, and of course his body and his energies just ran out, and he goes back to a kid, and they're like, you're kidding me, and he says, and of course Omega Shenron's like, which one of you fighters are gonna fight me next, and he's like, you telling me, and of course Vegeta goes back to his regular form, and he's like, Bulma, the blood waves, and he's like, the machine is destroyed, and it says it'll take me a whole day for me to fix it, like, you're kidding me, and then Goku's like, Vegeta, why don't you use your, can you turn the Super Saiyan 4 out of your own will, and of course they're making fun of each other, he's like, and then of course Omega Shenron's like, which one's gonna be, blah, 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 and of course they fight, they get their asses beat, blah, 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 and then, Goku has, he swallowed the 4-star Dragon Ball, and the 4-star Dragon Ball pops up in his head, and of course, Nova Shenron comes in there, tries to, you know, take over and blow himself up to kill Omega Shenron. Then Nova Shenron loses. Then Omega Shenron comes back, and of course Omega Shenron is about to blow up the world with his explosion, blast, or whatever it is. Then of course he releases his negative energy to destroy the world and make everything all depressing and destructive. And then Vegeta and Trunks and Gohan and Oob and all of them try to fight. Then Omega Shenron just does a couple of blasts, blah blah blah. Then Vegeta's like turns to Super Saiyan and tries to fight Omega Shenron. Then he uses his horn, light the Thunder Dragon attack. Boom, gets knocked out. And then Goku comes up, about to come up, and then Vegeta tries to fight with one arm, and he gets his ass whooped. Boom, and then Goku does the spear bomb technique, and then Omega Shenron is like, are you kidding me? I know your attack, and blah blah, and of course it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and then, you know, he can't do anything about it, blah blah blah. Then not only does he have all the energy from Earth, he needs all the energy from the universe, and he keeps on getting bigger and stronger, and it gets getting bigger, 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 and of course the Spirit Bomb comes in there, and just the Universal Spirit Bomb destroys Omega Shenron and destroys him, and then boom, pretty much the Shadow Dragons pretty much gone for good, and of course the regular Dragon Balls are gone back to the way they were, and then Shenron comes out, the regular Shenron, you feel me? And then Goku's exhausted, and there's all this other stuff, and he talks about how, you know, Shenron pretty much talks about, Goku, I have to take you away because he pretty much says, you know why all this happened, because you overused the Dragon Balls. If you didn't overuse the Dragon Balls, he says you're supposed to use them once in every like 100 years, but then you kept relying on them over and over and over, even though you used them for good. The negative energy came out. I said, listen, Dragon Ball GT has a lot of freaking problems. You feel me? It's just too many damn plot holes. And I'm like, if all this happened, then why didn't the Supreme Kai told him about? Well, he kind of did, but never really dived deep into it until GT. But GT's not canon, so it doesn't make sense. And pretty much he says, you know, if you weren't around, then all this stuff wouldn't have happened, and blah, blah, blah. And it seems like what happens is that he goes on Shenron's back, then it looks like Shenron goes to heaven. It doesn't Dragon Ball AF, what it is, their fan made, whatever, is that Goku goes to heaven and lives around the Shenron and other dragons, and they fight X-Con, and all this stupid shit, right? It's a fan made thing, and then Super Saiyan 5 and all this other dumb shit, blah, blah. The point I'm trying to say is that, with Dragon Ball GT, that's pretty much the end, and pretty much Goku tells Vegeta, it's your turn, you are the savior of this world, and he says pretty much goodbye everybody, and Chi-Chi's like, you gotta leave again. Then of course he sees Krillin, and pretty much everyone gets brought back. Pretty much he uses the final wish to bring everyone back to life that was killed, during the Super 17 arc, whatever. And then he goes back, sees Krillin, goes to this, Roshi's house, whatever. And then, pretty much goes on a tour and stuff like that. And pretty much he disappears. And they have flashbacks of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z and stuff like that. And then, of course, it's Goku when it goes to the future. It's pretty much you have Goku Jr., Vegeta Jr., they fight, and Pam's older and stuff like that. Then Pam thought she sees Goku, and then she thought she sees an imagination, stuff like that. And then Goku, pretty much the narrator pretty much says at the end of it, is like, oh, whenever something happens, he's in the shadows, and when something, pretty much if something bad happens, Goku will come back. And then pretty much it's Goku pretty much saying, bye, see you next time, and blah blah blah. And that's pretty much the end of the Shadow Dragon and the whole entire Dragon Ball GT series. Again, reviewing this was not the best, you feel me? I reviewed it, I'm done. This is the last time I'm doing a Dragon Ball GT video. I'm done. I dropped it, and GT was not the best series at all. You could tell Dragon Ball GT was made for a corporate cash grab. And again, I enjoyed it when I was a kid. Now I watch it now, I'm like, this is pretty bad. You feel me? Like, there's so many plot holes, so many issues, blah, blah, blah. And there's so many issues I have with GT, but I still enjoyed it for its time during that particular time when I was a kid, stuff like that. I was like, I'd rather have a Dragon Ball Z filler arc anime series than not have that at all. But Dragon Ball Super is a billion times better than freaking Dragon Ball GT. And I will say that Dragon Ball GT is way better than Dragon Ball Evolution will ever be. That's pretty much it, guys. This is my final review. Tell me what you guys thought about the Dragon Ball GT series. Tell me what you guys thought about the Shadow Dragon arc. Did you guys like it? Did you guys not like it? Let me know in the comment section below. Make sure you rate and like the video and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Peace and have a great day and take care.